Greetings, beautiful alchemists. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Iris. I am the Wombalkemist. Okay, and I just like, you know, put the camera somewhere where I thought things would work, where there wasn't too many shadows. But the time of day that it is and where the furniture is, I'm just trying to do my best to make it look good. So I hope you guys can see me well. Hope you guys can hear me well. I hope y'all are doing well. Okay, my name is Iris. I am the Wombalkemist. Okay, and today, as you can see, I do not have my cards with me. They're with me, but I actually had a vision, and that's what I've been called to speak about. So not last night, but the night before. Okay, and Kairos is here with me, so you might hear him as well. But the night before, I actually had a vision, and it was not a dream. Okay, I was awake, and for some reason I could not sleep. All right, it was between the hours of 12 a.m. and 2 a.m. Okay, it was the dead of night. All right, I didn't even know that it was a full moon until after I saw this vision, but it definitely made sense. Okay, so in this vision, I saw it in my third eye, right? And it was like I was watching it from the perspective of my ancestors or my guides. And it was kind of like I saw somebody there, right? I saw somebody dressed in indigo robes. Okay, it's a woman, an older woman. Okay, she looked Latina. She was like, I don't know if the term is called mestizo. Like she looked indigenous, like she looked Latina, but she didn't look white, and she didn't look Afro-Latina, right? She didn't look black. She looked like tan. Yeah, that's the best way that I can describe it. So she looked tan. She looked mixed. Okay. And she had a lot of wrinkles. Like she was an older woman, a really old woman. She's very seasoned, okay? A lot of experience. That's what I felt, that she had a lot of experience. She knew what she was doing. She was good at what she was doing, very confident. All right, hence why she asked for a lot of money. Okay, she asked for she was paid $2 billion dollars, okay, to attack divine beings. 2 billion. All right, and this is multiple billionaires. Kairos is playing with my mic. I hope you guys don't hear that. But see, there you go. Multiple billionaires got together, put their money together, up to three billionaires. Like, I'm not confused. Like, it was three billionaires, or they could have more money. I don't know if they're more than billionaires, but 3 were really rich dudes. Okay, it was dudes got together and they paid this lady to do a ritual. Okay, this lady is not from the States. She's definitely from like either South America, Central America, okay, or Mexico, right? So in this vision, she had indigo robes on. Okay, so I couldn't see her hands, I couldn't see her face, because she had really long robes that covered her arms, her head. She had like a hood on, like a pointy indigo hood, and it was like dark indigo, almost black, like midnight, what is the color? Just really dark indigo, okay? And on her face, she actually had see Kairos. On her face, she actually had like half a skull on. So it was a real skull too. It was like somebody's actual skull, but she had took the jaw part off of it, so it was just coming down to here, and it was big enough to fit over her full head. Okay, not her full head, but at least from here up, right where the jaw, there's no jaw, but it covered her face, so I couldn't see her face or anything like that, but they showed me what she really looks like. Okay, she was in a graveyard. All right, she was in a graveyard, and she had dug a shallow hole in the graveyard. Okay, and the way I was watching her, I was watching it through the eyes of the guide, the ancestor who was channeling, like allowing me to channel through them. Okay, so it was like I was watching through the eyes of whatever guide or ancestor was there watching her. So it was so my guide was obviously moving, and my guide was moving like, you know, it's spirit. So he or she was moving like up and down. Like my guide was constantly moving. It wasn't just like I was watching it from the front or the back. Like my guide was constantly moving. So I had like an aerial view, a side view, and it was like my guide was constantly moving, constantly. And I feel like that was because they were trying to cloak themselves. Like my guide was cloaking themselves by like constantly like moving around, like going, like I had an aerial view, and then it was like down low and then to the side behind her, and I could see her doing like some type of chanting incantation. Like she was moving her hands up, you know, like praying upward, looking up and praying upward. And saying whatever, doing whatever, right? I don't know what she was saying. And then after she does her like incantations or whatever, she lays down in the shallow grave and puts the dirt on top of her and buries herself like up until here, like very close to her mouth, like very yeah, like it, like her whole body was covered in dirt except for like here up. Like you could see a little bit of the hood and you could see the skull still, okay, but the rest of her body was like completely covered in dirt, right? And so what happened next was crazy. Oh my gosh, hold on y'all, someone's at the door. Okay. Yeah, so what happened next was crazy. So I didn't know that this is what her incantation was doing or whatever her ritual was doing. I got to see her do the ritual and then I saw the result of it. Okay, so what happened was she was laying there in the grave, right? And only later when I was processing it did I realize that she was opening up a portal. Okay, she opened up a whole portal. And what came through that portal, this is, so, okay, in the vision, my bad. Yeah, she has a mask on, you can't even tell. But, so in the vision, the only thing that I saw was her in the grave, and then this creature, okay, that I can only describe as a hellhound. Okay, this creature, it looked like a hellhound. So it was a dark, and when I was trying to describe the creature, like the creature is sentient. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful creature. It looked scary. Okay, like I'm not saying that aesthetically it was beautiful, but like the energy of the creature was beautiful. Okay, so what do I mean by that? First of all, let me start by what the creature looked like. Okay, it was two hound-like beings. Okay, I guess you could describe them as dogs, but like that's disrespectful. That's what I mean by the creature was very sentient, because when I tried to describe it as a dog, it did not like that. It did not like that. And then even when I described it as a wolf in my mind, like this is all happening in my third eye, right? It was like, we're not wolves. So this is, but if I had to describe it and compare it to something on this 3D plane, I would say they look like wolves, okay? Like really, really big, huge wolves, okay? They were like maybe like 3 times the height of this woman. Okay, very long and very tall. Okay, they were on 4 legs. Their eyes were completely red. Okay, except for their iris, which was black. Okay, when they passed by me, they were walking towards the grave. Okay, when they passed by my ancestor, whoever I was watching was channeling, who I was channeling, okay, they passed by that person. I could see the eyes pass by, right? Because dogs' eyes are kind of like to the side. So the eyes were all red, like blood red, like where, like, you know, where we have the white of our eyes here, that was all red. They didn't have white in their eyes, and their irises were just black. And it was two of them walking side by side like this, right? And they walked to the grave. Yo, they walked to the grave, and they stood over the grave, and these dogs, this is so strange, okay? But when I was watching it, I didn't understand why the dogs did this, but afterwards I understood, okay? So the dogs walked onto the grave, like onto the woman, and they put their oh my god, they're not dogs. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that, because they don't like being called dogs. These entities, they had their wee-wee out. Okay, they had their wee-wee out, like, and instead of like okay, if this is the lady's head here, these dogs walked like past her head until she was in between their hind legs, and they put their wee-wee like in her face. So their wee-wee was in her face like this while she was laying in the ground, right? Like, she's laying in the ground and their wee-wee is in her face. Okay, I'm just telling y'all what I saw. Exactly how I saw it, okay? So I was like, what? And that was pretty much the end of the vision that I received, okay? And I was thankful that I received the vision, and I understood that this person was doing death magic. That's what I understood initially, that this person was doing death magic on divine beings, right? And she got paid a lot of money to do it, a lot of money. All right. So then after the vision, I'm like, I got questions, like, why? So where did the dogs, so they told me, I didn't see the portal, but what happened was the woman opened up a portal, okay? And I didn't even know it was a full moon until after, like, I went to sleep, woke up, looked at, you know, my social media and stuff, and people were talking about it's a Virgo full moon, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, that must have something to do with why this lady did this ritual in the cemetery on a full moon. Because, you know, the full moon, it enhances spiritual power, spiritual gifts, right? So do a lot of different elements, but the moon is very powerful. Right? That's why a lot of things, a lot of magic manifestation is done on full moons and new moons. Like, moon cycles are very important when it comes to, you know, doing magic. And we all do some form of magic. You know, we all do some form of magic. So no matter who you are, what you do, or what your religion is, you do some form of magic. Okay? But anyway, that's besides the point. So they told me that she opened up a portal, and that's why I saw the entities, the hellhound looking entities come through, because they just came. If I was like looking, if I'm looking, they just kind of came into my peripheral or into the vision from the side. I didn't really see what the portal looked like, but so whoever I'm channeling goes on to explain that these hellhounds reside in the underworld. These are underworld entities, okay, very important beings from the underworld, and they are in partnership with Asar, or who you can call Osiris, all right, depending on you know, where you learned about these beings. You'll either call him Azar, okay, or Osiris, and he's the ruler of the underworld, okay? So those hellhound looking beings, Azo, you okay? They look like they work with him, okay? So she invoked these beings, these hellhounds. She got paid $2 billion to invoke these hellhounds, okay, to attack divine beings, basically to drag us to hell, drag us to the underworld. The hell and underworld are two different places, but she wanted our souls to be dragged out of our bodies away, right? So, and then in the 3D realm, it would manifest as what? Us being unalived, right? So she called this being so that we can be dragged to hell, but they totally disrespected her. So then I was like, so why did they put their wee in her face? These entities were disgusted by her. They came through not to drag us to hell, but to drag her soul and spirit down, because they were so disgusted by this entity to think that she has some type of authority and power to touch divine beings, right? So it actually backfired on her instantly. And I feel like my vision ended there, to where the hellhounds were over her, because my guide was trying to spare me the gruesome, gory vision that it probably was after that. Now, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I do know that they are now going to drag her ass to wherever she was trying to have us dragged to. You know what I'm saying? So I know that, but in terms of like the details of what happened after that, I was spared that. So I don't know what they did or how they did it, these hellhounds. Okay, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, and they were beautiful to me. Like they were scary, but I wasn't scared watching them walk up to her or anything. Like they were majestic. They were majestic, to say the least. And they have a very important job and role and power. Okay, these are very sophisticated entities who are high ranking. Okay, and they manifest as two hellhound looking beings. Okay, and they're not to be called dogs or wolves. All right, from my understanding. So what else do I need to say about this? Yeah, damn, I just know once I end this video, I'm gonna remember something that I wanted to say about this vision. But yeah, I'm so appreciative to my guides and my ancestors and the Most High God for allowing us to be able to see the sick behavior of these people, right? Like how far they're willing to go to have us destroyed, and we did nothing to them. Okay, like they just don't want to release their power. It makes sense, because they did a lot of greasy, nasty stuff.
Vacuum, they go?
No, it's okay. Yeah, so I mean, in their minds, they probably sacrificed, literally, people, places, and things that they love to get to where they wanted to be. So 2 billion to them, like, just imagine this practitioner asked for $2 billion. That's how confident she was in her work.
Thank you.
Like, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye. Bye, baby.
Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
This practitioner is very well known for what she does. Like, she doesn't miss. That's what they told me. That's okay. See, I knew I was gonna remember something. This practitioner is very well seasoned, experienced, and when she wants someone dead, when she gets paid to do something, she don't miss. It's not a hit or miss with her. It's always a hit. Okay, so she's the best of the best. She's very well known. Okay, especially in her area. She's somebody who's indigenous, but very greedy. This person is very greedy, right, to do this work. I don't know why she thought. I think that's why her price was so high, $2 billion, because it was such a risky hit. But like, if she was such a high ranking practitioner, she should have known not to go against divine beings. Like, so I don't really understand what people are thinking. I think she was old and she knew she was gonna die anyway, so she probably just wanted 2 billion, just to see if like she could get the job done, because she never misses. In her mind, she's the best of the best, and she really is. Like, in terms of dark practitioners or people who do shit, who do unaliving spells, she particularly is very good at unaliving spells. Like, if you want somebody done, she's the one to go to. So yeah, and coming up against a divine being, that was the last straw. Like, the hellhounds pissed in her face. Yeah. They put their wee right in her face. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, yeah, our spirit guides and spirit beings have a sense of humor, for real, but they disrespected the crap out of her before they dragged her ass to hell. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna end the video there. I hope this gave you some insight into what's going on. Okay, if you felt sick, all right, if you didn't feel good, if you felt uneasy, having anxiety, or if you like actually caught like, or if you have flu-like symptoms, all right, you don't actually have the flu. This is actually the spell work that she did, being transmuted in your favor. So what God does is God uses, or even your higher self, your spirit team, you yourself, you transmute energy. But what happens is the energy that's being thrown at us, we use it to transmute into love, into whatever energy, abundance, you know, that we want. And that takes you know, that's something that's very, like, that's not taken lightly. That's a huge skill to have. Okay, so you should know how skilled you are, how good you are, how important you are. Okay, so yeah, anyways, that's what's going on in the ethers. All right, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'll probably be back with the cards, maybe not, okay, soon, but definitely have another video. I know I've been posting kind of like here, there, everywhere. I'm just trying to go with the flow, okay? And I appreciate y'all's patience so much. I love tapping in with y'all. And yeah, thank you so much for your patience and understanding and your ability to flow with me, all right? I love you all so much, alchemists, and I'll see y'all in the next video, all right? Peace.